All right, we made it up to chapter 14 of 30 in my book, Blue Collar Leadership and Culture, the 5 components for building high-performance teams. Chapter 14 is actually the last chapter in the leadership development section. If you remember back to chapter 6 when I introduced to you the transformation equation, I talked about the 5 components that equal transformation, and so far we've been talking about the leadership development component. This is the last chapter in the section on leadership development. Chapter 14 is becoming a transformational leader. If you study this book and you dive into it, you start doing what I'm teaching you and sharing with you in this book, and you start using my other books as resources or books from anybody else. You don't have to use my books, but you have to use somebody's content. You got to do something beyond what you know to do today, because everything you know to do already is what got you to where you are. If you want to become a highly sought after employer of choice, you got to keep climbing. I'm showing you how to do it with our content. We've got 23 books, so I introduce you to a lot of those books, tell you how to use those during your cultural transformation journey, but you're going to need a whole lot more than that. And if you don't have a roadmap, this is your roadmap, especially for the blue-collar workforce, those who lead them and those who support them. If you know me, you know that's where my passion is. And I mentioned this quote last time, but I want to share it with you here. The subtitle for chapter 14, Becoming a Transformational Leader. Leaders are always teaching what they're modeling, regardless of what they're teaching. And I'll share the opening quote from Charles Cope. Creating a beneficial culture is impossible without mentoring and positive examples. So Rhea and I have the pleasure of going out and speaking on this book and all of our other books. And what we're doing is helping companies transform their culture. That's all we really do. That's what leadership development is. People who don't know what they don't know don't understand that. But companies who invest in leadership development and personal growth and development for all of their team members, they're transforming their culture continuously and relentlessly. But it all starts with the top leader. And sometimes the top leader needs to be the most humble of all. Sometimes the top leader is the one who's been managing the most. They've been setting a bad example for leadership. Maybe their company is off the charts relative to finances, that sort of thing. But relative to leadership, it may not even be on the chart. So becoming a transformational leader means you become a model for all the other leaders who are following you. Talk to you next time.